Hello friends, today I will show you how to make quick and easy soya granules cutlets. For that, we will require 3 boiled potatoes. I have taken 2 large and 1 medium, 1 cup of soya granules which have been soaked in boiling hot water for 15 minutes and then strained, and all the excess water squeezed out. Please ensure all the excess water is completely squeezed out. Now for the veggies, you can take veggies of your choice, but I have taken 1 large carrot which has been peeled and grated. It needs to be finely grated. 1/2 of a large capsicum finely sliced. 1/2 cup of beans which have again finely sliced. 1/2 cup of frozen peas. These are the only vegetables that is required. Now 2 medium-sized onions which have been finely chopped. I have made a paste of a little bit of coriander, 3 green chilies, 1-inch piece of ginger and around 8 cloves of garlic. You make it into a fine paste. Now the paste actually enhances the taste of the cutlets. It's your choice, but again I like it in a paste form. A little bit of coriander, around a handful, 2 eggs and some breadcrumbs. This is around 6 slices of bread which I have powdered in a grinder. First I will show you how to toast the breadcrumbs. Take a frying pan and let it heat up. Now why do we toast the breadcrumbs is it gives a very crisp feeling to the cutlets. You can use the breadcrumbs as it is, but I like it toasted. Toasted, you can in fact you can bottle it and put it in the fridge. Now add the breadcrumbs into the frying pan and stir it. Just mix it well. Now what this process helps, the dry roasting process helps in doing, is it removes all the moisture from the bread. So just keep stirring for some time. Spread it out, and while this is toasting, let's move on to grating our potatoes. Now you can either mash your potatoes with your hands, but I like to grate it because when you mash it with your hands, it tends to become a little mushy. Just be careful when you're grating the potatoes, don't hurt your hands. This also ensures if the potatoes are not properly boiled or properly cooked, so it helps in grating it completely. There are no lumps. The last potato. As you can see, my potatoes are really well boiled. I have not added any salt to the potatoes. Just clean the grater properly. Remove all the excess grated potato. Okay. Now just add the soaked soya granules into it, and you just need to keep it aside till all the masalas are ready. Now just go back to your toasted crumbs. As you can see, it's pretty well toasted now. The color has changed, has become, it turns into more powderish form. Just keep stirring till a little bit more. That's it. Now we'll just need to keep this aside to cool till we'll use it. Okay, just a little bit more stirring. Yeah, that's it. You just keep it aside. Now let's take a small kadai and add around 1 tablespoon of oil into it. Not more, very less oil. Now let the oil warm up a bit, and then we will start cooking the peas. Now the peas just need to be cooked so that it can, semi-cooked form, so that it needs to be mashed. What I normally do is I cook it with a little bit of masala, and then once the peas are cooked and cooled down, I just crush it in a grinder. So let's add first a little bit of jeera, around 1 small teaspoon. This. Now you add in your frozen peas. You can use fresh peas too. I had frozen, so I used frozen. As it is, it's not peas are not in season right now. The thing with frozen peas is, they tend to cook faster. Now you add a little bit of salt, just a bit for the peas, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, around half a teaspoon of chili powder, and half a teaspoon of coriander powder. Now mix it well. Just stir so that the masala doesn't get burnt. Reduce the flame and keep stirring. Let the peas cook for some time now. Now if you see, the green peas are well cooked. Keep it aside to cool down. Now take a fresh kadai. Just let it warm up a bit. Now add about 1.5 tablespoon of oil. Now don't add too much of oil because it tends to make the cutlets soggy. So add little less oil. Now what I'll do is I will cook the green masala first in the oil, remove all the excess water. So now I will add the green masala, which is coriander, green chilies, ginger and garlic. Just add it to the oil. That's it. Don't let the oil be too hot, because then the water in the masala might splutter and you might get injured. Just keep stirring. You cannot let it sit. You just need to keep on stirring, because ginger has a tendency of catching the surface. As you can see, bubbles have started forming. Just keep cooking till most of the water is evaporated, sorry. Now you can see most of the water is dissolved. Now you can add in the onions, the finely chopped onions. The reason why I have grated all the vegetables and the onions into really fine pieces, or is because when making a cutlet, you don't get that bites in between. Add a bit of salt so the onion cooks faster. Just mix it well. Now you add in the vegetables too. That's carrot, capsicum and French beans. Add it all in with the onions. And mix it well. The water from the onions will help the carrots and the capsicum and the French beans to cook. Mix it well. Now add in 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 heaped teaspoon of chili powder. Now if you like more chili, you can add in more. Half a teaspoon of coriander powder, and now you mix it well too again. Bring it all together, close the lid and let it cook for some time. Now just keep checking. Okay, now the vegetables seem to be semi-cooked. Stir again. And now add around 1 teaspoon heaped of garam masala powder. Mix it well. You don't have to worry about the spice and the salt now. You can do it later once we are kneading everything together. Then you can check for the salt and spices, and if you want more, you can add more. Now the vegetables look well cooked. Just give it a good stir. That's it, all the moisture has evaporated. Now we'll just switch off the flame. Now the masala is well cooled. Now we'll add the masala to the potato and soya bean mixture. Now we'll take the crushed green peas. So I've crushed the green peas without any water. You just add in the crushed green peas. I like to use my hands because it ensures that everything is well combined. I washed my hands thoroughly. Now add the coriander leaves and start combining it. In the interim, you can also check for salt, and if you would like more, just add in a little bit more. Mix it well. Please ensure all the soya granules is well mixed with the potatoes. Now the mix is ready. Now let's start making our cutlets. Make it into shapes that you like you can use a cutter or a cutlet maker. I like to just make balls and make it into flat roundels. I've got my beaten eggs and my breadcrumbs. Now just flatten it out in your hand. Dip it in the egg mixture and roll it in the breadcrumbs. Oops, I think okay. Now you can see I've rolled it in the bread crumb mixture. Keep it aside. Take another roundel. Make it into a ball. Flatten it in your palm. Dip it in the egg mixture and roll it in the breadcrumbs. Do the same with the rest of the batter. Rest of the mix. Here are the prepared cutlets. They are ready for frying. What I have done is I have taken a frying pan, a small one. I will just show you one cutlet, how to be fried. I'll make the rest for my family later. I've taken a little bit more oil. Once it's hot, you just add in your cutlet and let it cook from both sides. It has to turn brown. Since all the masala and everything is well cooked, you don't need to cook it like thoroughly till. Just turn it. Now my cutlet is cooked on both sides well. Just put it on a tissue paper. The veg soya granule cutlet is ready. Serve it hot with sauce